alarm didn't go off. I woke up to the sun already high, a full hour past my usual time. My first thought was the morning rounds. I scrambled, skipped breakfast, and found my car had a flat tire in the driveway. No time to change it, I called a taxi, already feeling the day slipping. I arrived at the hospital 30 minutes late, apologizing to the charge nurse. My first patient, Mrs. Henderson, was refusing her medication again, convinced it was poison. I spent 20 minutes trying to reassure her, explaining the benefits, but she just turned her head to the wall. Her daughter, who usually helped, wasn't answering her phone. Next, I got a page from the ER. A young man, a pedestrian hit by a car. He was critical. I rushed down, only to find out it was a case of mistaken identity. The patient was stable, just a broken leg, and the ER doctor had misread the chart. A wasted 20 minutes I didn't have. Back on the floor, I found a note from a colleague. Dr. Evans had called in sick, and his patients needed covering. That added another 10 charts to my already overflowing pile. One of his patients, Mr. Davies, had a sudden spike in his blood pressure. I ordered new meds, but the pharmacy was backed up, so I had to chase down the head pharmacist myself. During lunch, which I ate standing up, my phone rang. It was my son's school. He'd gotten into a fight, a black eye, and they needed me to pick him up. I explained I was on call, couldn't leave. My wife was out of town. I had to call my sister, who lives an hour away, to go get him. The guilt gnawed at me. I went to check on Mr. Davies again. His blood pressure was still high. I adjusted the dosage, but he started complaining of chest pain. We initiated a cardiac workup, and I spent the next hour coordinating with cardiology, feeling a knot tighten in my stomach. He was stable by the time I left him, but the worry lingered. Then came the call from the lab. A critical result for a patient I'd seen yesterday, Mr. Chen. His kidney function had plummeted overnight. I hadn't been notified earlier because of a system glitch. I immediately ordered fluids and consulted nephrology. It felt like I was constantly playing catch-up, always reacting, never ahead. As I was finally finishing up my last chart, the hospital administrator stopped me. There was a complaint from Mrs. Henderson's daughter. She was upset I hadn't spent enough time with her mother, despite my earlier efforts. I tried to explain, but he just nodded, making notes. I finally left the hospital at 8 p.m. My taxi from the morning was long gone. I called another, but it was a 45-minute wait. I just stood there, staring at the empty parking lot. My phone buzzed. It was my sister. My son was fine, just a scraped knee and a bruised ego. He missed me. When the taxi finally arrived, I just slumped into the back seat. The driver asked about my day. I just shook my head. It was over. The flat tire was still there, but I'd deal with it tomorrow. Mr. Davies was stable, Mr. Chen was getting treatment, Mrs. Henderson was still refusing meds, but her daughter had been called. My son was safe with my sister. The administrator would deal with the complaint. Everything that could go wrong, had. But it was done. The day was finally, completely, over.